Hello, welcome to my channel, your teacher's best man. And my name is AY, and I'm always the guy teaching you AI. Please, for those that have not yet subscribed to my channel, I advise you subscribe to my channel and get videos like this that can help educate you on how you can leverage on modern technologies to advance your teaching in the classroom. Okay, today we'll be talking about how teachers can write a prompt that will help them in generating a lesson note, or rather a lesson plan. Because I know a lot of teachers have challenges preparing lesson plans and all that, for the term, and it's so much ambiguous. So thank God for technology, thank God for AI. It can now be done within a jiffy. You can write a lesson plan within a very short period of time using AI. So I'm going to be showing us a simple prompt that we can employ to generate lesson notes that will come out in a perfect format. In fact, in a tabular format. Without much talk, let's go into what we want to do. So I'll be using the famous AI we all know, the Chatgpt, to write a lesson plan for a year 2 class. So here is a prompt that I crafted on my own. If you really need this, you can inbox me if you are on my WhatsApp group so that I can send you a copy of it. So you can see here is a lesson plan prompt that I wrote for a year 2 class. For a year 2 class. Please, for those that are yet to subscribe to my channel, I will advise we do so. Like I always tell teachers, this is no longer the era where you choose to be ignorant of the developments in the society. As teachers, I believe we should be updated in many of these technologies because we are teaching digital children, no more children of analog age and all that. So you need to know all these digital tools to enable you design and deliver your lessons properly in the class. Okay, so here is a prompt I crafted for creating a lesson plan using AI. It says, act as an experienced teacher for a year 2 pupil in ICT on the following topics. Remember in one of my previous videos, which I would advise we go back to watch, on how to create prompt and how to write prompt for teaching. I said a major rule we must observe is called CLAR, where C stands for content. You must always give your AI that parameter for it to think. So here is what we call act as an experienced teacher. Now we want the AI to act as an experienced teacher. So the technology is going to reason like an experienced teacher in ICT on the following topics. You can see I'm giving it a parameter for it to operate. And here is also a learner level. I also included a learner level which covers our letter L in CLAR. For year 2 pupil in ICT on the following topics. Combining operations. These are the topics. Combining operations, multiplication using spreadsheet, subtraction using spreadsheet, creating formulas, digital technologies, technologies in school, technologies at home. Yes, these are the topics I want the AI to create a lesson plan for me. Like I said, I'm an ICT teacher. I teach coding, I teach ICT to pupils, to secondary schools, to beginners and all that. So that's why I'm using ICT as a case study. So this is a parameter where I want my AI to create the lesson plan. After giving it, I now said, I want you to write a 12 weeks lesson plan in a tabular form with the following headings. You can still see I'm still giving it the description. Like I said in one of my videos, it is better for you to over describe than for you to under describe when you are writing a prompt. So I said with the following headings: topic, objectives, content, use of ICT, teaching methodologies, activity, assessment techniques, resources. Then I said kindly arrange it horizontally. I've also given the delivery style that I want the AI to present the response, which covers our letter R in the acronym CLARE. We talked about result. So how do you want your AI to present the result? That is what I covered here by saying arrange horizontally. So I'm going to copy this AI, this prompt now, and paste it in my Chatgpt. Control V. Okay, and I'll run it. So you can see what is coming up. Below is a 12-week ICT plan for a year 2 pupil arranged horizontally. You can see how we gave it. Week 1, topic, objectives, content, use of ICT, teaching methodologies, and the rest of it. You can see all the topics I listed are here: digital technology around us, technologies in school, uses of technology in school, technologies at home, and it goes into spreadsheet, introduction to spreadsheet in week 7, creating a formula in week 8, subtraction using a spreadsheet in week 9, combining operation in week 11, and in week 12, you can see we have our revision and project work. This is a standard lesson plan. You can see within just 5 seconds or less than 10 seconds, I have generated a very, very good lesson plan for my subject. You can see we have the other headings here. I'd like to show us some of the headings at the top so that we see everything completely. Okay. You can see we have resources, computers, projectors, pictures of devices, assessment techniques, oral questions and observations, activities, pupils identify digital devices in pictures, technology, teaching methodology, discussion, demonstration, questioning, use of ICT, display pictures, videos of digital devices. You can see everything has been assembled for me here. So the next thing I'm just going to do is to just copy this lesson plan. I'll go to my Microsoft Word. I'll open a new sheet. I'll change the layout to, or rather I'll change the orientation to landscape. And let me reduce the margin and give it a narrow margin. And I'll just paste. That's all. You can see I've pasted. And I'll come here. You can see this little dot here. I'll click on it. I'll go to my home tab. I click on create borders. Give all borders. Can you see I've created a very, very decent lesson note that I can submit to my HOD, to my HOS, and it will be approved immediately. And all I need is to follow this in teaching the pupils all through the term. So you can see how AI saves you a lot of stress. So you, a teacher, can focus on other things like how to deliver your lessons. I know you're done with creating lesson plans. So I hope this short video will educate us on how we can start applying it to creating lesson plans and lesson notes. I'm also going to create another video on how we can generate suitable lesson notes that is going to cut across various learners in our classes, because we have some kids that are auditory learners, some are visual learners. So we have children of different potentials in the classroom. So how do we generate a lesson note that can cut across all these different types of learners? We're going to see it in my next video. And that is why I said you should please subscribe to my channel so that I can continually get videos like this to educate you. Like I said, always, you have to be updated. If you're not updated, you're going to be outdated. So as teachers, you need all these technologies in your, you need to be aware of all these technologies and also know how to use them in your classroom to deliver a proper lesson. Okay, so like I always say, I remain a teacher's best man. My name is AY, and I'm always the guy teaching you AI. Please subscribe, watch my videos, give comments, and I'll see you again in another video. Bye.